there, Cancer. Welcome back to Wild Lotus Tarot. This is going to be your weekly intuitive reading for September 14th through to the 20th. Cancer, let's see what's on the cards, starting with the Work Your Light Oracle from Rebecca Campbell, illustrated by Danielle Knoll, my favourite. She also illustrated the Yogic path here and the Starchild Tarot that you see also. I also like other designers. I do like the Marquetti ones. I might get one of those soon, and of course the Rider-Waite, but these images are just so beautiful. Very ethereal and kind of mystical. Stop. Sisterhood of the Rose, Beauty and Devotion, Priestess, Mystic, Teacher. Hey, whether you're male or female, you know, this really for me is the energy of that divine feminine, and very much picking up here on, I'm feeling High Priestess, a little bit of Empress as well. You know, you're really being asked to maybe slow down a bit to connect with that intuition. It says here that, you know, you really are leading through that example of being rather than doing this week. And, you know, maybe stepping into a bit of a, I'm hearing silent leadership here, being the example. Let's see what else wants to come out, Cancer. Straight out. Atman. So Atman is the infinite aspect of the soul, Cancer, and it says that, you know what, you've begun to see glimpses of the divinity that exists within you, and there's so much more to experience. So, you know, it kind of goes with that priestess or mystic. Maybe some of you are kind of realizing your, you know, that you are a spiritual being having an earthly existence, not the other way around. So keep going, you know, keep using your intuition, keep meditating, keep doing what you need to do to connect to that space. And if you haven't started on that journey yet, a good place to start is just to slow down, to disconnect a little bit from, you know, the social media, all the TV, the games, all that sort of thing. Just come back into yourself a little bit more, and you will start to experience that shift, because the wisdom, the intuition, it comes through in the moments of silence. So we need to create that silence. In the energy of the recent past, we have the Hierophant. Let's get your outcome. Not your outcome, current or focus energy. We'll get to the outcome. Okay, Cancer. I mean, the Hierophant is a card of spirituality as well, and it's a card that asks you to have faith. So some of you might be even stepping up as a bit of a spiritual leader, and I don't mean, you know, being a big spiritual teacher. It could just be through your own spiritual values and your own groundedness that you influence other people. We have the energy of Scorpio here with the Death energy, which is an energy of transformation. So I think some of you, Cancer, are going through, I'm going to say, a spiritual transformation. I kind of think that we all are at the moment. Can we get the outcome now? Now we're ready for the outcome. Cancer. The rest, the moment of pause, the silence, that is when the angels speak to us. Absolutely doing the work of transformation at the moment. And, you know, we've got Five of Pentacles under there. I just turn the deck over and see. I mean, the Hierophant's number 5 as well. And number 5 is really a point of change, a point of transformation. You know, you're really opening up into a place maybe of greater abundance, coming from a place of lack. And I'm kind of thinking it's spiritual lack. I'm really feeling that now. I will tell you why. So clarifying the Hierophant, we have got the Queen of Cups. Yeah, that's a deep intuitive energy as well. Clarifying the Death, we have the Star, another energy of divine guidance. That's 3 now for this reading. And the Magician. Totally stepping into the power. You know, that's the theme that I'm really, really feeling here. And it's beyond earthly power, is a sense of spiritual power, because when we link to that energy within ourselves, things just go next level, guys. Really, they do. So let's start here, Cancer, just jumping on in recent past. We have the Hierophant, number 5 in the Major Arcana, and the Queen of Cups, which is you. Very much your energy here. So you're showing up as the Queen of Cups, somebody who's stepping into your heart center. Somebody, whether you're a male or female, guys, this is totally gender inspecific, right? You are starting to tune into your deep sense of intuition. You are becoming emotionally grounded. You are mastering yourself emotionally. Even when things might get a little tough, you know, you're able to stay grounded, focused and connected and make great strategic decisions from that. It really is the place that you can be that priestess, that mystic, that teacher from. And the Hierophant can be a spiritual teacher. So we've kind of got both of the things that that oracle says. Some of you might be, you know, sharing your own insights and knowledge on a platform. Hey, maybe some of you have got YouTube channels. In fact, I know some of you have because I've communicated with you. So, you know, you might be taking another step into this. You know, the Hierophant's an interesting energy because, you know, it is this card of spirituality. It asks you to have faith. The Star asks you to have faith. You know, there is a lot of faith in this reading, but this is a card of truly finding your internal values, your true north, and starting to align your life with it and making the changes that's required. So the Hierophant down here, the two keys, you know, my teacher that taught me gave me this little insight. She said that the key of the past points to the left, and this is the values that we have been, indoctrinated into, that have been passed down to us from families, from the institutions that the Hierophant stands for, the workplaces, society, our place of study, of school that we spent many, many years in, starts to shape us. And, you know, we generally spend the first part of our lives going along that well-worn path because that's what we were taught to do. Go to school, you know, maybe tertiary education, apprenticeship, or get a good job, you know, have a family, get a mortgage, and then have a few years of retirement, and that's it. There comes a time in our life, and it used to be called the midlife crisis, but I don't believe it's because it's a midlife crisis. It is really an awakening to your own true values, and is that most people go through that around midlife. Some people go through it very young and they realize that actually I'm not sure if that fits what I've been taught, and I have a desire to connect with my heart because my intuition is telling me something different. I'm being guided somewhere else to live life in a different way. And then the crisis part comes in, right? Well, you know, is it okay? Will I be taken seriously? Will I lose my credibility? What will people think if I don't follow the normal path? So the Hierophant is kind of a turning point, number 5, to overcome that internal conflict by, you know, taking the changes and owning who you are. And that's the key of the future. It's your key. You are opening your own lock here with that. So it can be that you've had a fundamental shift in values through connecting with your spirituality, and now you are wanting to align the rest of your life with that. And the Hierophant stands for, like I said, the job, the relationships and all of that. And you desire those things that align with who you truly are now, Cancer. And I feel that you are starting to make changes to head in that direction. So it's a bit of a spiritual deep one this week, guys. I just say what comes up. Here is the transformation. The energy of death and star is upon you this week. I'm going to bring this in here as well because I feel like it fits here, the 5 of Pentacles. I mean, some of you may have journeyed this in the past. I kind of feel that this is when you were going along with the key of the past for a certain amount of time, Cancer, and then you hit the 5s. You hit the medium part and the mid part on the road. Some people have it as midlife crisis. Hey, I think I started going through mine very young. And you realize that things don't fit. And when you're in the in-between stage, it feels like this. Nothing fits anymore. I feel all alone. I don't know what to do. I don't have any faith. You know, and the world kind of becomes a bit of an ominous place for a while. And that's how these guys feel, you know, they are without the things that they need and they don't know where to find them because they actually don't see it. They don't see that they're actually passing the Hierophant. For me, that means they don't have the faith. They don't actually see that the spirituality, the wisdom, the answers that they seek are so close by. In fact, they're actually within them. They're actually within them. So they could go in there and get the things that they need, but they don't because they don't see it. So the message with this particular card is to see the big picture, to have faith, to connect with spirituality. I think that's what's been happening with some of you Cancers I'm not going to say this week, I'm going to say evolving into this period of time, right? And, you know, that's when you're going to get that feeling back of not being alone and of connecting to something greater than yourself. And you will start to become more abundant because of that. Because when you come into a place of feeling good and being guided to purpose, things like the pentacles and the fulfillment, that just follows. It just follows. So this week there's another fundamental rung on the ladder to be reached, a step or a cycle that you're going through, because generally with these kind of spiritual awakening things, as many as you'll know, it's not just a clean little process. Oh, I've kind of felt a bit of kundalini moving. Here I am, world. I am, you know, enlightened. And it's an ongoing process of shedding, and that's the energy of death that says, hey, this week we're going to shed a bit more, shed another skin. We're going to throw out some more rubbish. We're going to release. We're going to purge. We're going to the next level. He's flying the flag of spiritual alchemy for you. Temperance, the angel, is moving those watery cups for you, saying it's time to shake things out. But by shaking things out, you move a little closer to your divine purpose, because the star is a guiding light. So is temperance. It's all over this reading, guys. And, you know, it says that for every cycle you close, for every little thing that you release that's not in alignment, you move a little closer to your divine wish fulfillment. That's what the star stands for. Death is the card of transformation. The star is the card of rebirth. It's pretty perfect. It's pretty perfect. I mean, the star follows on from the Tower in the Major Arcana. Temperance over here follows on from the Death card. So some of you may have gone through a Tower moment in the recent past as well. But what is amazing is that the soothing energies, the rebalances, the healing energies are right there they've got your back. They're here to catch you. So it's like, it's safe to let it go, because your safety net is there, and it's not going to, let's say, okay, that's the wrong word, it's not going to catch you. It's going to be there to hold you after you've done that, because we need to surrender when the energy of death comes in. There's a big, you know, the magical moment in the surrender. So we're clearing the slate this week, and with every space we clear, we move a little closer to our divine wish fulfillment. And I just find so much comfort in just that, you know, in those hard times where we are releasing, because my goodness, it's not... It's not comfortable. In fact, I have been, this has been a bit of a theme in the readings this week, this whole transformation, and I just had my insight the other day of my definition of transformation, and that is finding your edge of discomfort and continuously meeting it. And that's how we transform, because if we do what we always did, we get what we always got. And the thing is, that's why everyone's not doing it, because it's hard. You know, it's hard meeting that edge of discomfort, especially repeatedly, until your central nervous system realizes, oh, actually, you know, I'm not going to die doing this. It's safe for me to do this. And then the system calms and evolves into the new way of being. Spicy. Okay, so outcome of future energy, we have the Four of Swords, we have the beautiful Temperance, and we have the Magic person. You might need a little pause, a little rest, a little healing. That's the Four of Swords. You may also need to take those moments of stillness we discussed at the start to allow the wisdom, the guidance, and spirit to speak to you. Okay, it's when it happens. So there might be some heart healing that needs to happen. But it's in those moments of healing and recalibration and, you know, really sort of working that process, coming into a good place spiritually, emotionally, mentally, the right ingredients to make the stable triangle. You know, the more we work that process, that's when the path forward is revealed. See, the path forward with the new dawn, the new day, and the soldier lies here, you know, healing and resting. And this is the Ace of Swords underneath him or her. So when the time is right, when things are just perfect, when that spiritual alchemy has been done to just the right level, the Ace of Swords, you know, the soldier will leap up and grab that and get into the new beginning, the new frontier, because the Ace of Swords is the breakthrough. It's the inspiration. It's the new beginning. It's the truth. It's the insight that maybe you have been looking for. So it comes by the rest, the pause, clearing way for spirit, accepting the transformation, doing the spiritual work, and being guided, allowing yourself to be guided. The Magician for me here, you know, Cancer, is it's another awakening. So you've got to put it in this reading. It is the awakening to the fact that you have all the ingredients within you, actually. I mean, that's what Temperance tells you too. You know, you have all the ingredients within you. Use them. You have the emotional intelligence of the Cup. You have the, you know, intellect of the Sword, the groundedness and resourcefulness of the Pentacle, and the power and passion of the Wand. So that's the Magician energy, and it's about, you know, there is a new beginning unfolding and potentially a whole new path here for you, involving something much more spiritual or really integrating into that. But really, only you can make it happen, Cancer. That's the Magician. You have everything you need to. There's also a real message with cultivating the inner state, and that's going to be part of this transformation, because what you're actually going to be attracting into your life in the near future will be a vibrational match for that. You know, our external reality or our perception of that is generally it's a match for how we really feel on the inside. We magnetize to us, which is a perfect match. So start on the inside. That's what that's saying. Start on the inside, and then your outer reality will begin to be draw to you what you desire. The divine wish fulfillment that the star is going to bring you. But you're absolutely being guided this week into this, Cancer, is what I truly believe. So step up like the priestess, the mystic, you know, that you truly are, priest or priestess, mystic, the intuitive spiritual being here, having an earthly experience. That's what this reading is about. It is a deep and meaningful one this week, guys, so I do hope you enjoyed this message. It's a general reading for the collective. I'm not saying everyone is journeying that this week, but some of you will be. Feel free to leave me a comment if you feel called to share. I do read them all, and I attempt to reply to them all as well, because it helps me get to know you guys and connect with your energies. And I will see you back here next week for another message.